How to create a Weebly website for free in 2023 full guide. And in this video, we're going to be discussing about Weebly and how you can use it to basically create any type of website that you want to. I'm going to be talking about everything in great detail and in great depth, so please do make sure to watch this video till the end. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to do is obviously you're going to come to weebly.com. Okay, now once you're here, you're obviously going to get this whole interface, get started with our powerful free website builder, build free websites that grow your businesses, succeed, all this stuff. But we're going to get into this stuff later. What we're going to do right now is, first of all, let's go ahead and discuss the pricings of Weebly. Okay, now if you open the pricings in like detail, we're going to discuss it later on, but like in a short overview, there's the free plan, which is obviously $0. There's the personal plan, which is $10. There's the professional plan, which is $12. And there's the performance plan, which is $26. Okay. Now, obviously, these plans ultimately, as the money advances, the features advance also. So obviously, we're going to be using the free plan right now. So all you're going to do is you're just going to click on select. And once you click on select, from there on out, it takes you to the whole sign up process. And as you can see, it says sign up over here, and we're going to sign up with Square. Now, for the sign up, I'm going to be using a temp mail for myself. You're probably wondering why I would do that. Now, I'm using a temp mail because obviously I'm making a website temporarily. I'm not going to be using it for a long time later on. I'm only going to be using it for, a few minutes with you guys. So obviously, I'm going to dispose it later. That's why I'm using a temp mail. But if you're making this for yourself and you're doing this for the long run, I recommend that you use a proper email, like, a Gmail per se. Now, once we, add all these things in, just add all the information in, choose a good strong password, choose your location, agree to their terms, and then click on continue. Now, once you've clicked on continue, as you can see, it starts loading and it takes you into the whole thing. So there we go. Account request is processing. Please wait. So now you're just going to ultimately wait for Weebly to load you in. And here we are. So what kind of website would you like to create? We'll provide you with the right tools to get started. Now, obviously, you have two options. I just need a website, or I need a website with an online store. Now, this obviously depends on you. Like, what kind of website do you want to create? Do you want to create a normal website, like, articles, blogs, and all that stuff? Or do you want to create a proper full-fledged e-commerce online store, like, the Nike online store or any online store for that matter? So obviously, you're going to have to make a mindset on like what you're getting into. And once you're done with that, you're going to obviously choose one of these two options. Now, obviously, I need go with an online store for this tutorial because it has more options and more features to discuss. So that's what we're going to be going with. So yeah, click on this. Now, let's start with the name of your store. You can change this later, okay? So to keep the name of your store, basically, you can, go ahead and write stuff, anything random, to be honest. I'm going to go with John's Gym Shack. Let's say it's like I have a website which has gym equipment and stuff. Are you currently selling any items? You can update this answer later. Now, obviously, I'm going to go with no, I'm not selling yet. That ultimately means that you're going to be selling using Weebly. No problem. When are you planning to start selling? You can update this answer later on. You could go with I'm not sure, 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, or 6+ months. I'm going to go with I'm not sure yet. What type of items will you be selling online? Now, you're going to get tons and tons of options, okay? So, arts and craft, clothing, classes, foods and drinks, fitness, health and beauty, home and living, jewelry and accessories, all this stuff that goes on with it. So, obviously, we're going to be selling gym equipment, so I'm going to go with sports and recreation. That would make more sense. Almost done. What's your store address? It's important for shipping and taxes purposes. You can change this later, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and skip it right now because I don't really want to get into the taxi part. And once you do that, there we go. Perfect. We're customizing your online web store. Now, as you can see, it redirects you into your web store. So here you are. And you can see that it's a pretty nice looking dashboard. And as you can see, it says welcome. Let's get your site set up. Obviously down here, it gives us suggestions to get our site, up and running, to get our site started, like design your website, easily design a professional site with our many layout and color options. Then you have, add an item to sell, set up your domain, connect a payment gateway, set up shipping rates, collect taxes on your sales, publish your website, and, much more that goes on with it. So obviously that's for, setting up your site. Now, if you go on the left-hand side, obviously you're going to get all these options. So first of all, you have the website option that we're going to be getting into for a second. Then you have the items option. This is going to be, the products you have on your store. You have the orders option, okay? And we're going to be getting into this later on in the video as well. This is where you're going to, see and compile all your orders. Then down here, you have order fulfillment, okay? That could be your pickup, shipping, and all that stuff. Then you have reports, where you can get a summary of all your, summary analytics of all your page and stuff. Then you have the site traffic, site activity, sources, online sales, site items, abandoned carts, coupons, and much more. Then you have marketing. Okay, in marketing, you have the whole summary, email, automations, ads, mailing lists, segments, setups, and more. And obviously, finally, you have communications, where you can get email and text alerts, pop-ups, messenger, abandoned carts, and yeah, so you get the point. So those are, you could say the quick link settings that you can get on your Weebly dashboard. But obviously we're not here to discuss about that. We're here to discuss about how you're going to make yourself a great looking website. So to basically start designing, what you're going to do is you're going to come to website over here and you're going to click on edit site. Okay. Now, once you click on edit site, obviously it's an online store that we're going to be making, so it might give you templates. So there we go. Just a second while we build your site. Now, obviously to build your site, it's going to give you a few templates. So there you go. Good job completing a setup step. Here we are. So obviously pick a style, means an overall style that we're going to use for our e-commerce page. Now, obviously, these are like the freestyles. I know they're pretty limited, but trust me, they do look good, they work well, and they have good features with good fonts. So just go ahead and choose whatever looks best for you right now. Obviously, I'm going to be selling gym equipment, so I'm going to go with a bit of a serious look. So let's go with this, okay? Let's go with a darker look, a darker vibe. Now, once you're gone with this, you can scroll around and see if, the stuff actually works well for you. And if it does, just go ahead, click on customize, and, get straight into it. Now, right now, like what you're doing is just customizing your site's, upper styles and designs, okay? So first of all, you have the site style that we just changed. This is the whole site style, the whole dark theme and aesthetic that we went with. Then here you have global styles. Now, what is a global style? Global styles are basically, the essential styles that if you change it, the whole look of your page changes. So first of all, you have logo, okay? Now, in logo, basically, if you add an image, like it's gonna be appeared over here, like where it says John's Gym Shack. Over there, it's just gonna show a logo. Now, as we can see, it's a totally black color themed page. So let's make ourselves a logo that's white, okay? So first of all, making a logo. So to make a logo, you're going to head over to canva.com. Now, over here in canva.com, basically it's pretty, as we all know, pretty easy and simple to create anything we like. And if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a free essential design platform online, and it helps you create anything and everything that you desire. So obviously that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. Now, basically, first of all, you're going to go ahead and, sign up for yourself. And we're going to sign up the same way, just continue with email, enter your email, click on continue. And once you've obviously done that, you're just going to enter your name. And once you've done that, click on create account. And over here, it's going to say that we've sent a code to your email. So there we go, 622394, 622394. And once the code is entered, you're going to continue, and here we are. So we are into the Canva workspace, and from here on out, let's get started. So what will you be using Canva for? Obviously, we're going to be using it for personal uses. Just click on that, maybe later, and there we are. So we are into the whole design, okay? Now, basically, what we're going to do to create ourselves a logo is obviously, like, first of all, get yourself familiarized with all of this. You're going to make sure that you know what you're getting into, what, the workings of all this is. And once you know that, you're going to come here and you're going to write logo. And down here, as you can see, it gives you pixelations for a logo. So you're just going to click on that, and it gives you tons and tons of templates. So go with a template that, suits you more. Or if, like, as you can see, I don't find any good, you know what, let's go with this. Stand corrected. This one looks pretty good. Now you can either customize a template, okay? You can go with that. Or you can just go ahead and create a blank logo. So let's say if you want to create a blank logo, you don't want to go with something that they already have given you. So for that, click on create blank logo. And once we've clicked on create blank logo, let's get a bit creative. Now, first of all, we're going to get a solid background color. Okay, so obviously we have a dark background over here. So I recommend a dark background over here too. Now, let's think of ideas that we're gonna add to, our logo. So for ideas, you can always check out Pinterest, or you can just come here and on Google and write gym logos. Just write something like that. And as you can see, you start getting gym logos as so. And you can go ahead and start creating something just like this. Like, don't copy any of them because we don't want to get copyrighted or anything or sued, but do take inspiration from them because inspiration is necessary. Without inspiration, we don't have any work to do. So obviously come on Pinterest. Even on Pinterest, go ahead and search all the stuff you want to, like gym logos and all that stuff, all the essentials. And once you're done with that, yeah, you're pretty much good to go. Then okay, from this one, let's go with this. Let's go with a guy. He's lifting and he has gym and something written behind him. Okay, let's go with this one. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to go in elements, and let's just go ahead and write gym and see what we come with. So as you can see, you can get all these gym images as so. Let's go with an image that, matches more. Yeah, let's go with this one. This one looks like it could fit in well. You're going to keep this here. Make sure to centralize it as so. Then obviously you're going to take a dumbbell, as I told you. Take this dumbbell, make sure its color is white. There we go. Move it. And you could like keep it under him or over him. That obviously depends on you. You know what? This one's a bit too off. Let's go with a different image. You know what? Let's go with a bicep. Let's just go with a bicep. The bicep would look good. So here we are with a bicep. And, centralize it as so. Bring the dumbbell or the barbell, and you're going to bring it right over here. Now, what we're going to be doing is you're going to click on the barbell. We're going to come on position, and we're going to do backward. And once we do backward, as you can see, you're going to hover it behind the arm. And why we did that, because we're going to write gym under this. So you're going to come to texts, okay? You're going to find a good font for yourself. So yeah, let's go with this font. This font looks good. Do that, and we're gonna write John's. Okay, we're gonna keep John's up here. Copy that. Bring this down here, or you know what? Let's bring this over here. You're gonna write Jim. You're gonna make this a bit bigger. Bring it over here. We're gonna obviously send it back in the same way. Click on it. Click on position. To back, there we go. And obviously, to make it visible, you're gonna mess around with its positioning and stuff. So John's gym, and then obviously paste this again, come down here, and over here we're gonna write shack. So John's gym shack, centralize it as so, and there you are. So as you can see, we made a pretty decent logo out of this. Now you can, add more settings to it if you want to. Okay, I'm just going to bring this to back as well. So John's Gym Shack. Now, obviously, you can add more stuff to it as well. Like go on elements. You can go ahead and write, stuff like background as so. And as you can see, you're going to get all these different background widgets. You can get these smudges and stuff. And you can obviously like mess around with its opacity. this doesn't work in my case, but it could work in your case. So obviously depends on whatever you want to go with. But add more textures, add fun little backgrounds, and once you're done with that, yeah, what you're gonna do from there on out is you're gonna click on share. Okay, now here we are. Now once you've clicked on share, you're gonna go on download, as so. And once you're in download, obviously you're going to choose the best type of image. In my opinion, PNG is the best quality to go with. And now you're going to click on download. Now, we're going to wait for it to download. And as you can see, it's downloaded. Now, we're not done yet. Okay, we're obviously going to do some more messing around with this PNG. Okay, and what's that messing around going to be? You're going to come here. Okay, you're going to write remove.bg. Now, things will make sense on why I have asked you to do this. Okay, now once it's downloaded, go to remove.bg, go on upload image, and upload the image that you just made. Now that's what's going to happen. The image that we just created is going to become a background PNG, backgroundless PNG. Now why do we want that? Let me show you the difference. I'm going to download this. Okay, there we are. I'm going to come here. I'm going to show you the difference. So go on logos, and we're going to upload 2 logos. There we go. Now, once we've uploaded that, let's go with, like, this is the background list. Let's go with the background one. Click on done. And let me just wait for it. And look at that. Like, looks pretty, decent. Not bad. But let's go with this one now. Okay, let's go with the background less one. And look at that. The quality, like if you go back in 5 seconds and come back, you can see the quality changed because now it doesn't have a background to blend into. Like it's, a sole image to itself. So obviously the quality changes. It becomes less pixelated and just, looks better. Now, obviously, we've added the logo, but to increase the size of the logo, I'm going to tell you how to do that later on in the video. But this was just how to add the logo. Now, obviously, you're going to come down here in colors. And once you come in colors, you have all these colors to yourself. Now, when it comes to colors, what do these do? Basically, colors are, you could say, your essential universal colors for your website. So as you can see, the colors for my website are black and stuff. So if I go here and I'm going to change it to red, let's see what happens. Look at that. The website color changed to red. So like you get the point. Basically that's what universal color is, the global color basically. And it's gonna just change the color of your website. So I'm just gonna keep it at a black right now. So now once we've messed around with all that, you can also choose like the font color from here. Now as you can see, the title font color is white right now, but if you do that, look at that, you can change it to different colors. Now as you can see, this is also a pretty good setting. And there's obviously paragraph defaults, main color, and all that stuff. And once you've chosen that, you're good to go. Now, how do you change the font? You're going to go on fonts, as so. And once you're in fonts, basically, first of all, you can change the font size. So type scale, look at that. You can change the size of the font. Now, once you've changed the size, you can change the, base size of the font. And once you do that, as you can see, you can change the whole font in and itself. Like you can change the type of the font. Now, as you can see, you have tons and tons of fonts, so you can change it to this, you can change it to this, and there's like tons and tons of other things to change it to, but I guess I'm just gonna stick with the one I was already at because it just looked much better in retrospect to my page. Or you know what, this one looks good too. So let's keep it in this. And then you have global font styles. So editing styles will affect all text across the website. Okay, so first of all, you have the headlines text, and the headlines text is obviously your text up here that it's going to give news or this introduction text and all that stuff. So obviously change the font for this accordingly. You can change the weight of it, so you can make it more bold, more heavier, all that stuff. Then you have the titles. Okay, titles is exactly this one over here. You have paragraphs. Paragraphs are basically small texts that you're going to add to your page to give it some content and finesse. And then you have labels. Labels are going to be the fonts that you're going to add to the items of your page. Okay, so let's say we have a product on our page. and we want to, add something to it. So labels would be an essential thing to add it to. Then you have custom fonts. Upgrade to upload custom fonts to use on your site. Okay, so basically you can upgrade your website pretty easily. Okay, just go with the personal or professional plan, and once your website is upgraded, you can go ahead and start uploading custom fonts. You're probably wondering, why would someone want to upload custom fonts when there's like tons and tons of fonts over here? In some cases you would want to do that, because obviously in some cases people don't get the right amount of fonts that they want for their page, so they usually resort to uploading their own font. Now, once you've, mess around with the fonts, then you have shapes. Shapes are basically, like, let's say you add images. What shape will they appear in? Like, they might have rounded borders and all that stuff. So obviously this is something that you can check on later on. And then you have site elements. Now, obviously you can't access any of these because they're in the upgraded plan. But basically what they do is, first of all, you have badges. Badges, again, is the price tag that the items or the products that you have on your page are going to have. And you have buttons. Buttons are these things over here, like shop now and stuff. These are buttons. The spacing is your layout and stuff, spacing between sections. And then you have icon sets. Okay, icon sets are these icons you can see up here. Yeah, basically then you're just going to click on done. Now, obviously once you've like selected your site styles and everything, over here it says set up your domain. Now, this is an important bit of the video, okay? Because when it comes to creating yourself a website or an online store, basically, a domain is one of the most essential, necessary, and important things out there. Now, why is that? That is because a domain is what a user basically uses to find you. And if you don't have a domain, you don't have the rights of a user finding you, okay? So make sure to have a proper domain. And once you have a proper domain, do make sure that you own the domain. But if you don't have the means to own the domain right now, you can always just go ahead and get Weebly's free domain, okay? And like for a custom domain, you can use different softwares, okay? You have all the stuff, like first of all, you have Bluehost, okay? So Bluehost, it's a great leading web hosting domain, service provider, and it works amazingly, works great, and I would recommend it personally because it works amazingly. Now, apart from Bluehost, you have other stuff, okay? So you have Hostinger, okay? So you can go ahead and use Hostinger if you want to. You have GoDaddy. Again, use GoDaddy domains if you want to. And, much more stuff. So these three are the top three, obviously: Hostinger, Bluehost, and GoDaddy. So just, choose whatever suits you best and go ahead with it. Then obviously you're going to choose your domain, write your own name for your domain, and once you do that, just enter it here, click on search, verify yourself, make sure the SSL is available, and once that is done, you're good to go. So that's basically how you're going to use a domain. But obviously, if you don't want to go with a custom domain or a domain you use elsewhere, just click use a Weebly domain. Edit the domain. The Weebly domain is free, but it's like not the most attractive. As you can see, it says weeblysite.com at the end of it. I know it's a bit of a, you could say, a setback, but hey, it's a free domain, and that's what you're gonna get for free. So once you do this, you're gonna go with the use a Weebly domain, and there you go. So your domain has been changed. Publish your site to see this change. Now we have access to the Weebly domain. Now this is where we're going to get into the main editings, okay? So first of all, you have page list. View a list of site pages. Select a page to edit, or click the plus sign to add a new page, okay? Now, obviously, you're going to add pages using the plus sign, or, adding any type of different feature or category that we want to. Then you have categories and items. Add an item, and we will give it its own page. You can categorize items by type, okay? Now, if you don't know what that means, let me make sense out of it. Basically, let's say you have 100 items on your page. Now, you won't just throw it in one column, obviously. You won't just throw it in one place. You're going to make categories of it. So if I were to give you an example of, let's say, Nike, okay? Let's go to Nike.com. So here's Nike, okay? Now, when it comes to Nike, obviously, as you can see, they have categories. So, new featured men, women, kids, accessories, and sale items. Now, obviously, they won't throw everything in one page. Like, imagine new and featured men, women, kids, accessories. All of this is just thrown on one page over here. Now, obviously, finding something would be hell. Like, it would be pretty difficult to find a single thing in the page. So, obviously, what you do about that is you're going to make categories, okay? So once you've made categories, it's easier to navigate and find items and their types. Now, further on, you have colors, fonts, and styles. Okay, create a unique site design by choosing colors, fonts, and styles. Okay, obviously that's the styling that we just messed around with, and as you saw, it's a pretty easy and basic stuff. And yeah, so that's basically about it with, like, the tips. Let's go ahead and start editing it. Okay, let's go ahead and start doing, like, the main thing that we're here to do. Now, first of all, let me tell you that if you get stuck anywhere, you always have the guides. So here in the setup guide, you have keep it up, get your online business set up. This guide takes you through the steps needed to get, your website up and running. So obviously designing your website with the site style and everything, we've done that. Add an item to sell, we're going to do that in a second. Connect a payment gateway, again, we're going to do that in just a second. Set up shipping rates, collect taxes, publish your website, and all that. So obviously we're going to be doing all of this. So first of all, let's discuss the essential editing. So here we are, click on header. And once you go in header, as you can see, remember when I had you add the logo. So this is the logo. And this is how you're going to edit the size, okay? So obviously you can switch to a text or image as well if you want to, but I'm going to keep it to my logo and edit its size. So just click on increase and look at that. It increases the size of your logo. And as you can see, it's far more prominent now. It looks much more prominent, looks much more better. And then obviously you have navigations. Navigations are, menu items. I haven't added any, pages, so it won't have any navigations to show over here. But navigations are pretty useful, and I'm going to be, telling you about them as well. Then you have buttons. Buttons are, the shop now buttons and everything. And if you click on it, as you can see, you can edit it accordingly if you want to. So let's say I'm going to add check out, or sales on new. Sometimes it may mess around with the spacing and everything, so just make sure to yeah, there we go, sales on new items. Now that's a button that could lead to a page where you have new items which are for sale, so you get the point. And you can also choose if you want it to be filled or outlined. Okay, I'd prefer outlined. Outline just looks more, nicer, professional, aesthetically pleasing in my opinion. Then you have the customize section. Okay, now over here you can customize the layout and color. You can customize the background and all that stuff. So again, this is your site style. So you have the layout. Okay, so let's say you want the logo at the top with this stuff over here. You can do that. Or if you want the logo on the left hand side, you could do that. You could do this. No, it all depends on whatever the style you want to go with. Now, in my opinion, the best style would be this, okay, this third one over here, but you can go with any style you want to be honest. And you have sticky header. Okay, sticky header is basically, a header that sticks along. Like if you scroll down, as you can see, the header is going to come down with it. So that's what a sticky header is. So as you can see, if you go up, it pops up as so. So that's what a sticky header is. You can turn it off, obviously. Reveal on scroll up, again, as you can see, there you go. So that's revealing on scroll up, or you could just, add no effects and just keep it, simple. I'm going to go with sticky headers. I like the sticky header style. Then you have color styles, okay? Now, in color styles, obviously, you can, the same different coloring for your website. Go ahead with whatever you want. Then you have background. Video backgrounds are here. Engage your customers with a video background. Try it now. Obviously, you can add different backgrounds for yourself. It could be a transparent, selected color style, custom color, image, or video. Now, the video feature obviously is unavailable for us because we're on the free plan. But you can obviously go ahead and get it if you opt out for the upgraded plans if you want to. Now, once we have done with messed around with the header, let's go ahead and talk about the main banner. Okay, so here we are in the main banner. So first of all, you have the content in the banner. Now this is your main banner. Obviously, the background is none, so you can first of all write a tagline like "celebrate the moment" or something like that. Okay, that looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna keep it over there. Then you have the text. You could add different texts under it, Then you have headline. Okay, again, headline is this text, the main text that we have written. You can choose to make it all caps or go with whatever you want. Then you have the button. This is a shop now button that you can add for yourself, and then there's a secondary button for learn more. Obviously add as many as you please, and once you're good with it, just back out of it and you're good to go. So there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to your main banner, because there's just the font, the sizes, the buttons, the layout, and background color. So I'm just gonna leave it for you to discover because it's pretty simple stuff. Now, we have email newsletters, okay? Email newsletters, again, these are pretty important things because let's say someone wants to, stay in loop with your website. Someone wants to know the essentials of your website, what goes on, what, is new when products come out, all that stuff. So in that case, basically you're going to set up an email newsletter. Now, an email newsletter is pretty important again because like you could say the whole robustity of your website and the importance of getting customers in is when you email newsletters. Like obviously, let's say your page doesn't have you could say product, and you've written, okay, it's gonna be here in like a few weeks, but you have to wait for it. Now, in that case, how will the person know what week will it come in? Like, let's say the person really wants it badly, but you don't have it, and you're like, it's coming soon. Now, obviously, to find out when it comes soon, they're gonna opt for a newsletter. So, again, make sure that the newsletter is there, it's available, it's visible, and it's, it works well. We don't want a newsletter that doesn't work well. Now, once you've discussed about that, then you have your footer. Okay, footer is as important as your header because here you're going to add in all the different things like your terms of service, privacy policy, about us, FAQ, all that stuff. So again, just turn on all the methods that you want to turn on. You can also, choose payment methods, and in payment methods you have PayPal, Stripe, all that stuff, but we haven't gotten into that bit yet. Now, let's go ahead and add ourselves some pages. We also have section, item, and category, but we're going to add a page first of all. Now, once you click on page, choose a page template to start with. You can customize it later by adding and removing sections. So, recommended is, shop. So I'm going to go with the shop right now. And once you do that, we're going to go ahead and click on add. So here we are. We have our Instagram page as so. So in our Instagram page, obviously you're going to see all the Insta posts and all that stuff. So we're going to be messing around with that as well. So now that you have Instagram, opened over here, basically what you're going to do to, first of all, you're going to keep the header the same. We don't want to mess around with the header. Now you have the Instagram feed. Now, how are you going to add things into this? Basically, you're going to connect your Instagram feed. So connect your account to manage your Instagram for your online store. Again, you can do this later on if you want to. And obviously, you're going to have to make sure that the account you connected to already has these products in like its feed and homepage already. Like if it doesn't have the products, then obviously nothing will show over here. Like you can't customly add products. So you're going to make sure that your Instagram page already has products. And when you do that, basically you then have an Instagram page. And remember when I said that a header will be added? Look at that. A navigation header for Instagram was just added. So how cool is that? Now let's go ahead and discuss the shop page, okay? So let's go on shop. And here we are. So this is our shop page, and over here is where we will see all of the items that we want to mess around with, okay? Now obviously let's get into this in like a few seconds. Basically, first of all, let's go ahead and discuss add section. You're going to go on add section, and basically, first of all, in add section, you can add different stuff in a page, okay? It could be, main banner. You could add text and images. Like, let's say we want to add an image. of like a gym. Okay, so something like that. So I'm gonna go here. You can go ahead and choose images off of pexels.com. Okay, they have great stock photos, and they look pretty good. They are pretty high quality, and they work pretty well with your website as well. So I'd recommend that you go with it. So once we're over here, search for free photos. I'm gonna write something like, let's go ahead, just write gem, and let's go ahead. Yeah, that looks like a good cover photo. So I'm gonna download that. Okay, let's just wait for it to download. And here we are. Now it's downloaded, and we're gonna come over here to Weebly, and we're gonna click on this image. And once you click on this image, wait, I'm just gonna double click on that. Okay, here we are. So add image. You're gonna go on uploads, upload the image that you just downloaded. We're just gonna load it up and wait for it to add up. And there we go. And once it loads up, basically what you're gonna do from here is you're gonna double click on it and click on done. And once you do that, you see what that's going to do is it's going to add the image that you just chose. So as you can see, it added the image, so we're just going to wait for it to load up and load in the image. And obviously you can edit it accordingly, like however you want it to look like. So first of all, let's go ahead and choose like the zoom. Let's drag to adjust. I'd say, yeah, this much looks good enough. Then obviously you can mess with the straightening and stuff of it as well. So as you can see, I just did that, and it looks much more acceptable now. So as you can see, just mess around with the outlook and stuff, and once you're done with that, as you can see, it's gonna look much better, and it's gonna look much more, acceptable. So once you're done with that, just click on save. And you can also add a link to a photo. So let's say if a person clicks on the photo, they could be linked on to another page where they might find something else on your page. So yeah, that's also a pretty fun thing to have. It's a pretty good feature. Okay, just mess around with that if you want to. Then you have the taglines again. You can disable the taglines if you want to. Like, let's say I only want the image. So I'm going to disable all these things with like the title, and now I only have the image. Now what I'm going to do is that obviously I'm going to start working with these things down here. And obviously this is like just one section I added. You can obviously add tons and tons of sections, and in those sections basically you can add any number of items that you want to add. Okay, it could be texts, it could be images, it could be videos, it could be banners, it could be titles, whatever your heart pleases to add. Now, again, you're going to go in here in the plus sign, and we're going to click on item. Okay, so let's start adding items for our website. So obviously you're going to first choose the item type. Okay, now the item type could be, prepared food and beverage. It could be donation, event, service, membership, all this stuff. So choose wisely. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with physical. Okay, and once we go with physical, let's give it a good title. So the title could be, anything like, I'm going to go with treadmill. So you're obviously going to go ahead and first see like the treadmill prices and what the treadmill actually looks like in like, proper stores. So let's say this is a fitness website. We're going to go over here and let's check the treadmill price over here. So obviously you're going to see the price, and once you've seen the price, you're going to see like, the titles that they've given to it. So like, let's say this is a treadmill and this is its title. You're also going to, see the features that they have with it, and see, how you could say more simpler it makes it for you. So just go ahead, see whatever works best. And if one website doesn't work well for you, you can always go ahead and check another website. There's tons and tons of websites for you. So as you can see, you get tons and tons of treadmills as so. And yeah, it's pretty, after like you've seen them, just copy their title off, or better yet, take inspiration from it. Like as I said before, you don't necessarily want to copy something off, because that could obviously ultimately result in, maybe copyright or something like that. So we don't want that. So let's go with, okay, heavy duty commercial grade treadmill. Okay, so you're gonna come here, heavy duty commercial grade treadmill. Okay, we're gonna write that, And then you're obviously gonna, write the item price. I'm gonna go with $500. Okay. And then write a description. Now, for the description, most people actually run away from writing descriptions. Like, most people don't enjoy writing descriptions for themselves. Now, although I do agree with you, writing descriptions is a bit of a hectic task, and I try to avoid it as much as possible as well. But as much as, annoying it is, trust me, when it comes to writing descriptions, it is extremely crucial to your item, your product, and your website. Now, why is that? That is because writing a description basically allows the user to tell what kind of product they're getting into, what kind of product they're actually going to be buying. Like, let's say you only have an image and an item title and an item price tag. Like, a user will see it, they'll be like, okay, this item looks good, by the picture looks good, the price looks good, but what features does it have? Like, what does it actually have in it? Like, you're gonna need to tell the user that, and if you don't tell them that stuff, like if you don't tell them the essential stuff, then most probably they're not gonna click towards it. So what you can do to improve that is we're gonna use another tool, and this tool, you're pretty familiar with it already. It's called ChatGPT. If you don't know what ChatGPT is basically, you could say, a chatbot that you could say allows you to, let's say, create and write and ask anything to a bot. And what that does for you is that you can ask it anything. Like, let's say, over in our case, we could ask it about, you could ask it, hi, I have an online store for gym equipment. I want to sell a commercial grade top notch treadmill. Can you write me a good title for SEO and good description? Okay, you're just gonna write that and you're gonna wait for it to load in. So here you can see, sure, here's a title and description for your commercial grade treadmill that should both be SOE friendly and informative for potential customers. So, commercial grade treadmill for gym and home fitness workouts. The description, look at that. So, as you can see, this title, this is for SEO. If you don't know what SEO is a search engine optimization, and it's obviously the capability of how high up you're gonna be visible on, like, the Google search page when someone searches you. So as we see, this is a good SEO title. And then for the description, if you were to go back, okay, I'm gonna come here. So looking for a top of the line treadmill that's perfect for your gym or home fitness routine, look no further than our commercial grade treadmill. With its durable construction and high tech features, this treadmill is designed to withstand even the toughest workouts, making it an ideal choice of fitness enthusiasts of all levels. Whether you're looking to improve your cardiovascular health, burn calories, or simply stay active, our treadmill is the perfect addition to your exercise routine. It features a powerful motor, advanced shock absorption system, and customizable workout options to help you achieve your fitness goals. So why wait? Order your commercial grade treadmill today and experience the ultimate in-gym quality fitness equipment. Now you could also say, can you also write the features of a treadmill in this description? You're gonna write that. Okay, and once you do that, absolutely, here's an updated description with some of the key features of your treadmill. So as you can see, it's going to give you the same description that it gave you up here, but with this description, it's going to start giving you the features as well. So this treadmill boasts a powerful motor that can handle speeds up to 12 miles per hour, allowing you to challenge yourself with everything from a leisurely walk to an intense sprint. It also features an advanced shock absorption system that reduces impact on your joints, making it safer and more comfortable choice for extended workouts. With 28 preset workout programs and the ability to create and custom workouts, our treadmill provides plenty of options to keep your fitness routine fresh and challenging. And with a large, easy to read display that tracks your time, distance, speed, calories burned, and heart rate, you will always be able to monitor your progress and stay motivated. Then obviously you can get other key features and stuff. So like I like this description, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it. And once I've copied it, I'm going to go back to my Weebly. I'm going to paste it over here. So there we go. And then obviously finally come your images. So obviously, again, you can go ahead and search good treadmill images. So you're going to come here on pixels. I'm going to write treadmill. And as you can see, you can get tons and tons of treadmill images. So I'm going to go with a one that's more, prominent, a one that looks more. Let's go with this one up here. Yeah, let's go with this one. Like you can see the treadmill right in front of you. So I'm going to download that. And once you've downloaded this, we're just going to wait for it to download. And here we are. So once I've downloaded this, I'm going to go back to the website. Here I am. And I'm going to go in images. I'm going to download it. And now once I've downloaded it, first of all, you have fulfillment. So you have shipping, in-store pickup, local delivery, and all this stuff. Okay. So you can mess around with this as much as you want to later on. Okay. But I'm just going to keep this on shipping right now. I'm going to wait for the image to download, and here we are. And once you do that, you're going to click on save. Now, in-store pickup and local delivery is off because obviously right now I don't think we've set up our stores, could say location. Now, here you can see the image has been set. You can choose the aspect ratio that you want to attach the image in. I'd recommend that either a 2:3 or a 3:4. A 3:4 would essentially work best, so I'm going to keep it at a 3:4. You could keep it at a 9:16 as well, but that would become too stretched. So a 3:4 would work best. Then you have the image fit. Okay, you could scale it in or crop it in. I'd say cropping it in would be best. And as you can see, here you have your title, you have your price tag, and here you have your full top-notch description. Okay, so pretty simple stuff. You can also add image borders. So as you can see, you just added a border to your image. So you get the point, and you can see how simple it is. Then obviously in the content, you can also go ahead in the image gallery, set up the images, item title, which is this over here. You can make it bold, italicized, whatever you want. I'm going to keep it italicized. Then you have the price, keep it anything you want. You have the buy button. Obviously the buy button is pretty essential because that is eventually what people are going to click on to actually buy your product from your store. Now, moving on, basically, if we come down here to description, this is, as I said, the important part. And you can also enable description subtitles if you want to. Those are, the subtitles that come with your description. You can turn it on, turn it off, show the item description above the buy button. You can, choose that as well. So again, pretty easy stuff. And then down here, again, you have the layout and color and background for your sales page. So once you're done with that, I'm going to click on done. And as you can see, pretty easy and basic stuff to mess around with. Now, basically, once you're, done with all these things of your page, what you're going to do from here on out is you're going to go ahead on preview. And you're going to see if, your page is up to par, if it's, actually good. So obviously after adding sections and photos, you can see like pretty good stuff. If we go on shop now, people are going to be redirected to the shop page. So I'm just going to wait for it to load. And here we are. Here's our cover image. Looks pretty nice. Here's our product. If you click on it, as you can see, you have the products, you have the description, and all that stuff. And then if you click on sales on new item, obviously you're going to come on the sales. You have the Instagram page. If you click on that, obviously we don't have any Instagram posts right now. That's why it's not going to show anything, but you get the point. So, and one more thing, which is pretty important that people miss out, is the phone view. Okay, you're going to make sure that your page is accessible in the phone view as well. Like it doesn't look bad on the phone view. So if it looks good enough and you like what you see, from there on out, just click on publish, okay? And once you click on publish, it's going to start publishing your website. So your site has been published to this domain, and there we go. So if I'm gonna open this link in the new tab. I'm gonna wait for it to load up real quick, and basically, yeah, that's your domain. It's a free domain, so obviously it has weeblysite.com at the end of it, but obviously this is what we opted for. And obviously it's like gonna mess around with your site a bit, so it's gonna take a few seconds, and there we are. So look at that. Our site has been created, and look at how cool all this is. Again, go on shop now. You can see all this stuff over here. Now, over up here, you can see in the favicon section, which is like the icon beside your site's title, you can see Weebly. How will you change that? So let me show you. Basically, I'm going to close this preview. Let's head back to our dashboard, and let's talk about a few more of the essentials that come with your Weebly and all that stuff. So let's reload this page, and let's head into the dashboard. Now, when it comes to your favicons and stuff, basically your site styles matter a lot, because if your site style is dark, then essentially the favicon should be dark too, because we don't want a lighter favicon for a darker website. And in that case, obviously you can always, like, let's say you want a lighter favicon. In that case, you could always just change your website's whole style if you want to. But yeah, now, as you can see, we've done most of the things here. We have designed our website, added items, set up domains, published our websites. The three things we haven't done is connecting a payment gateway, setting up shipping rates, and collecting tax on our sales. Now, I'm not going to do this feature in this video because my country doesn't have taxes, but connecting payment gateway and set up shipping rates, this is what I'm going to do for you right now. Now, before doing that, let's also discuss SEO, okay? If you don't know what SEO, again, I'm going to explain it again. It's search engine optimization, and it's the likeliness of your page to appear on like the top search of your Google, basically. So that's what SEO is, and it's pretty fun thing to have by your side. It's a pretty decent thing to have, and you could go ahead and choose whatever type of SEO you want. But to obviously update your SEO, you're going to need to have at least a professional plan. Without that, you won't be able to get it. Now, again, remember when I said that I'd be talking about orders? Basically, obviously we've talked about items, how you're going to add them, pretty easy stuff. Now, orders are pretty essential as well. Like, once you've added items and your website is online and published, let's say someone actually orders your item. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to get an email that, hey, someone ordered something from your website. And what you're going to do ultimately is you're going to come over here to the orders page, where you're going to see the orders that have been filled for your items. So you're going to see all the orders over here. Right now, as you can see, I don't have any orders. It says no orders found, but you can always come over here and find them if you have any. Then you have fulfillment, where you have pickup and shipping. So let's go and discuss that. So you're going to go in settings, and you're going to go in general. And once you go in general, basically make sure to confirm everything. You have checkout. This is the payment setup. So collect payments. There's two ways to collect payments in your Weebly web store. Okay. First of all, you have Stripe. Then you have PayPal. Okay. Now, Stripe is best if you only sell online. PayPal is, if you sell online and in person. But in like retrospect to an online store, I would always go with Stripe. I would not recommend PayPal, because like PayPal is good. PayPal is obviously very trusted, very good. But obviously PayPal always takes a huge transaction fee. And like obviously Stripe takes a transaction fee as well, but the funds are transferred much quicker than PayPal. And you could say charges that it cuts out aren't as big as PayPal. Like as you can see over here, Stripe has 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. This has only 3.49% plus 49 cents, which is significantly higher. So obviously I would always choose Stripe. Plus for PayPal, you're gonna need to upgrade your account. Okay, and if you don't want to do that, just go ahead, make yourself a Stripe, and easily connect your Stripe and get into the whole, editing stuff. So as you can see, it was pretty simple to set up your payments. Now, once you've set it up the payments, finally, you're going to come here to tracking tools. And this is where you're going to, track your analytics, your stats, your reports, and all that stuff, okay? And this is also pretty important for your page because Google Analytics basically allows you to get a proper tracking ID and, get tracked fully and properly. So you can add these things, and it's pretty essential to add them, in my opinion. So you can add those, and obviously for shipping and stuff, you're gonna go in shipping. And once you're in shipping, obviously you can add different shipping means, add ship from address, all this stuff. So yeah. Now, when it comes to creating a online web store with Weebly, as you can see, it was that simple and that easy. Now, that was basically all from me. If you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the upcoming future, please let me know down in the comments below and I'll make more for you. But yeah, that was basically about it. Please do not forget to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thank you for watching till the end. That was all from me, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.